Hi guys, this is Commentary. I'm Becky.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
And today we're going to be talking about Trisha PayTas. But a quick disclaimer before, obviously this all falls under fair use. We're a commentary and a tea channel. We suggest our opinions, and please don't send any hate over to anybody or anything you mention in these videos. Okay, getting into it. So the situation has occurred via Twitter, as most drama usually does, and it's from a resurfaced video from about 2 years ago, just before the American election. And essentially what the video contains is it's Trisha PayTas sitting on the floor of her house in a Trump t-shirt, and she's talking about immigrants in a very unpleasant and racist manner, saying things along the lines of they're taking our jobs and that they're just not paying taxes, they're just reaping all the American benefits without doing anything to deserve it.
Yeah, there are so many. Taking our jobs, not paying taxes, which are two horrible situations in regards to our horrible economy. So you're taking our jobs, you're not paying taxes, we're paying for you. Same thing goes with the women who come over here to have the baby to give the American benefits. They come over here pregnant, have the baby, they can stay, and now they're reaping the benefits of Americans without having to do the duties that we have to do as Americans.
Nigga got a bag cause I'm brown, searching my car, looking for the product, thinking every nigga is selling narcotics. Real country ass nigga let me play with his rifle, pussy put his ass to sleep, now he caught in my knuckle. All you niggas want some Nick cake, if you eat.
Obviously, Trisha PayTas is good friends with David Dobrik, who is an immigrant from Slovakia, and she's also part of the Blog Squad. This has also stirred controversy within that realm.
So what I'm going to cover is how immigrants are taking jobs that Americans wouldn't want to take, or it's accessible to everyone, and also how they do pay taxes, and the information that she was putting out was very much incorrect. And if anyone who hadn't got educated on the subject had watched her video, they would have believed everything that she said. And she didn't disclaim saying, this is my opinion, I haven't fully done my research, and this is just what I think immigrants are doing and their impact. So first off, immigrants are taking jobs of Americans that some don't want because they're a lot of hard work and they're labour intensive, such as house cleaning, construction, picking fruits and vegetables, and jobs like that some people wouldn't want to have, and they're filling in the jobs that are given to Americans. And obviously anyone could just go to a job centre and apply for a job. And it's not like they're walking in and they automatically get the job and Americans don't. And there are thousands of jobs out there, bearing in mind.
Precisely.
And secondly, immigrants do pay taxes. I don't know where people get this mindset of they're not paying taxes and they're just reaping the benefits off of Americans and taking all this money away from them, when in fact they pay billions of dollars of taxes each year, and this does have an impact on how much money they have, what they're spending on what, and they still have to pay for medical bills and going to the hospital like any other ordinary American would have to do.
I think that the way Trisha had said things made it seem like immigrants were not allowed to have a job and work hard for themselves and gain their own money, and that they're using America to their advantage. And especially when she said that immigrants, didn't deserve the jobs and stuff, it was really rude, because it's like immigrants work as hard as every other person towards their job, and they're not taking people's jobs because those jobs are open for people to apply for. So they're working just as hard. In fact, they could be working harder for jobs that other people want.
Precisely. just adding on to your point, it's almost quite dehumanizing, just something you've mentioned before. Okay, adding on to David Dobrik, he in fact has tweeted recently that he actually pays 400 grand in taxes, and he only got a free trip to Slovakia back for it, which obviously, seeing it as this whole Trisha thing is tied up in all of this, is an interesting outlook to see how their relationship will suffer, or not suffer, which is something Michelle has also mentioned before.
Yes.
However, Trisha's apologised for this video recently, and one of her excuses as such was that she's from a small town.
Like growing up, like where I grew up was like really close-minded and really, and I said this before numerous times, just about everything, about gay people, people of different races. Like I grew up and it was just all Caucasians in my town. Like it's a little small town in Illinois.
Obviously, lots of people have picked up on this, saying that Trisha was one of the people that were quite against or anti-Laura Lee in her awful apology. But one of the points that Laura Lee said was that she was small town, which obviously matched up pretty neatly to what Trisha was saying. So people are very much calling her a hypocrite, saying that, well, you can't like lash out at someone and say that you can't say that being from a small town is an excuse when you're using that in your own apology video.
Also, as she's a social media influencer, she's on social media, people look up to her. Surely she would get educated on this, and it's not like she can't just go on Google, search these things, and she's putting all these things out there like it's fact. And now she's making up excuses like Laura Lee did, and obviously I agree with everyone else how she's a hypocrite and she's just completely contradicting herself.
The thing in her apology that she mentioned was about Mitt Romney, which was a situation 5 or 6 years ago, where she said that she pretended to support Mitt Romney, she dumbed herself down, and this obviously striked controversy, and she said that she ran with that. She liked the attention, she got onto like sites such as the Young Turks, and she mentioned at this time she was in fact a stripper and she was getting more money from getting into all this controversy than doing her job. So that's something which she said that she would just do for attention. But reflecting on this, people have been saying, well, that was 5 or 6 years ago. This entire Trump situation was just over 2.
So what I think is this an act of I want attention and I'm just putting things out there because I want the views and I want people to notice me? Or is she putting this out there because it's fact and she wants to educate people on what's happening?
That's an interesting point, because people have actually been saying, well, is this an attention thing or is this not? Because in this Trump video which she released, she seemed incredibly sincere, which has got people quite trippy.
Yes. And she has not mentioned any sign of sarcasm or what she was, like, any other excuses, like, oh, I didn't mean what I was saying. I was just doing this to get attention.
Yes, and going back to her Mitt Romney situation, in this Trump video, she didn't do any of the things she'd mentioned that she had before, like dumbing herself down, etc. Which again, making more people think that she was actually sincere about this and about what she was saying. It wasn't a skit-type vibe to this video at all. Thanks again, guys, for watching. We've been commenting. Again, this is just our opinions and our thoughts on the matters. Please don't send hate over to anyone or anything, and we'll see you in the next one.
Our social media handles are down below if you want to check them out, and we'll have them linked in the description if you want to follow us outside of YouTube.